What is up, and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog fantasy pick and plays for Tuesday, November 26, 2024. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog. That's DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. I know a lot of you already have Underdog Fantasy. I know you've already signed up if you have it available in your jurisdiction, but I also know that there's a good portion of you that are listening to the show for the first time. How do I know that? Because a significant portion of the audience every day on YouTube are people that aren't subscribed and have not logged in and watched this on the same account before. So if you are new, sign up for Underdog with promo code DailyDog, which is the very best promo code you can get for Underdog Fantasy anywhere. 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. As good as it gets. There's bigger shows than mine. There are not any bigger promo codes. So use promo code DailyDog. I also know some of you people that listen to the show regularly take this advice for props and other same game parlays and things like that. But you live in states and jurisdictions where Underdog is not available. A lot of you guys are traveling for the holidays. So you might as well take advantage of Underdog while you are on the road in different states and sign up while you can. You know, make that Thursday Thanksgiving sweat a little bit extra satisfying when you're using free play to make some Underdog promo slips and pick slips on Underdog Fantasy. All right, we've had a little bit of a tough spell. The last 8 days has been a little annoying on Underdog. So I'm changing up the strategy a little bit today. I'm going shotgun style. I'm doing 2-leg slips. I'm doing 3 2-leg slips for Thursday Thanksgiving football games. Then we're doing some 2-leg slips for today's NBA, NHL, college football, and college basketball. So lower payouts, but less variance when we're going to 2-leg slips instead of 3-leg slips. I'm not sure if I'll stick with this the rest of the week or just roll with them like this for, just today. We'll see how it goes. But again, I just want to kind of change up the momentum a little bit. I'm not going to keep on doing what's not working after we've had, like I said, 8 annoying days in a row. So let's get it done here with our first slip for Thursday for Thanksgiving. Bears at Lions. Caleb Williams, higher than half of interception. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, higher than half of rushing plus receiving touchdowns. 3x multiplier. That's plus 200 in sports betting terms. Caleb Williams is going to be trying to do too much. He doesn't actually turn the ball over a ton, at least through interceptions for a rookie. But it's desperation time. The Bears have basically done everything possible besides get a win in the last couple weeks. So I think that Caleb Williams is going to kind of have to let it fly here. If he's not letting it fly, what's he even doing? What's he waiting for? The season's done. His coach is probably fired. He has actually shown some life and shown some ability as a future good quarterback in the NFL. But you got to be a slinger. Learn from Jared Goff. When Jared Goff was young, the dude was just throwing the ball no matter what. Also, Jared Goff had a 5-interception game earlier this year where he won against the Texans in Sunday Night Football. So give me Caleb Williams higher than half interception plus reception. Amon-Ra St. Brown. He should be Amon Red Zone St. Brown. The dude is a touchdown machine for this team. I really don't know why we're getting a flat multiplier with him to score a touchdown. I think he's done it in 8 games this year. Let me double check and just to make sure that I'm not making it up. But Amon-Ra St. Brown has been, it's at least, I think it was 7 games in a row at one point this year. And then it was after like the first 2 weeks of the year, he didn't score. And after that, he turned it on. I think the Colts game was the first one in 7 games or 8 games that he didn't have a touchdown scored. So, the dude is a machine in that regard. I think he'll get it back in gear against the Bears here on Thanksgiving. All right, next Thanksgiving game, we're going to go to the Giants at Cowboys. Tyrone Tracy, higher than half a rushing plus receiving touchdown. Tyrone Tracy is a hard runner, straight line runner, fast runner. However you want to say it, the dude doesn't take his chances for granted. He's going to love playing in primetime here. They're a bad team, so this is a beautiful opportunity for a team like the Giants to, 1, get a win versus a team that's not very good, and 2, perform when all eyes are on them when they're in a standalone game on a big day when people are trying to pass the time that they're supposed to be spending with their family. They'll be spending in front of the TV watching this terrible game between the Giants and the Cowboys. So give me Tyrone Tracy higher than half a rushing plus receiving touchdown. He's not going to squander this opportunity. On the other side, CeeDee Lamb higher than half a rushing plus receiving touchdown. Cooper Rush isn't that good. Trey Lance isn't that good. I still think that they're going to find a way to get CeeDee Lamb the ball. That's just kind of how things work for Dallas. So give me CeeDee Lamb higher than half a rushing plus receiving touchdown. Him and Tracy to each score a touchdown is a 4.56x multiplier. And I should also say, Tyrone Tracy does have the score or have the designated running back to distinction on Underdog, so you do get vulture protection with him. So if Singletary snakes a touchdown from him, like he did last week against the Buccaneers, you can get your money back on your slip. So use Tyrone Tracy to score a touchdown here. All right, night game, Dolphins at Packers. 19 degrees, 12 to 15 miles per hour wind. That's not Tua Tagovailoa weather up in Green Bay. Tua lower than 241.5 passing yards. Lock it in now because I think this thing is going to continue to drop until we get to kick. I don't think weather's going to improve. I think that everyone remembers how bad he was in that cold game in Kansas City in the playoffs last year. I don't expect it to be better here. I just don't think Tua, the Hawaiian, is built for that type of weather. The other side of this game, we're going to go Josh Jacobs higher than 79.5 rushing yards. That's an alt number. I think that the Dolphins defense is not built for this weather either. So give me Josh Jacobs higher than 79.5 rushing yards. He's going to take over this game. That's a 3.25x multiplier, which was Tua lower than 241.5 passing yards, and Josh Jacobs higher than 79.5 rushing yards. All right. Now let's get into tonight. Let's go to NBA, two-leg slip. Anthony Edwards higher than 27.5 points. So the T-Wolves have been on the road. They've lost 2 games in a row on the road. They're finally back home here. And basically Anthony Edwards at home against the Rockets, against another young team that has some stars that are trying to make names for themselves and a couple older guys like Fred VanVleet. I think it's a good spot for Anthony Edwards to put on a show. He's averaging nearly 28 points per game. And like I said, after a little road losing streak, a couple days off, I like Anthony Edwards to get the job done here, higher than 27.5 points. Other NBA player I like is Nikola Vucevic, higher than 20.5 points of the Bulls. Bulls are playing the Wizards. Wizards are 2-13. Wizards are horrible defensively. Wizards have nobody inside. Vucevic can feast in this game, NBA Cup game. They need to score as many points as possible because point differential and points scored is a down the line tiebreaker in these NBA Cup group matches. So give me Nikola Vucevic higher than 20.5 points. NHL, we're going one game. Brad Marchand, lower than half of a point for the Bruins. Bruins don't score a ton right now. So give me Marchand lower than 0.5 points. On the other side, Elias Pettersson higher than 0.5 assists. Pettersson has 4 assists in his last 2 games. I like to ride the hot hand in NHL. These 2 picks together. Marchand lower than half a point and Pettersson higher than 0.5 assists is 3.82x multiplier. That is in the Canucks and Bruins game. All right, college football in action tonight. We're going to go Tucker Gleason higher than half a rushing plus receiving touchdown for Toledo. Tucker Gleason is he scores a lot of rushing touchdowns for this team. Actually, they've been a little bit more conservative. The weather started to change. It's not quite the air raid scene that we've seen earlier in the season. And then in the Buffalo-Kent game, CJ Ogbonna higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns for the Buffalo quarterback. Kent's defense is terrible. I think I could throw 2 passing touchdowns against that team. So give me CJ Ogbonna higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. Again, I'm pairing him with Tucker Gleason higher than half a rushing plus receiving touchdown. This is just a 2.08x multiplier, plus 108 in sports betting terms. It is very chalky, but let's try to get on the board here with a win. All right, college basketball today, another 2-legger. We're going to go Ryan Kalkbrenner of Creighton higher than 19.5 points at the out in Vegas. They are so they're playing against San Diego State. San Diego State, I am not really that impressed with. Yes, they played a kind of tight-ish game, 13-point loss to one of the best teams in the nation, Gonzaga, at home. This is neutral site out in Vegas. I really like Ryan Kalkbrenner higher than 19.5 points, eating inside after a very pedestrian game against Nebraska last Friday. And then KU versus Duke, give me Hunter Dickinson higher than 17.5 points. I know a lot of people are going to look at Cooper Flagg. Who's going to stop Cooper Flagg? I want to know who's going to stop Hunter Dickinson from Duke. So give me these 2 big boys, Ryan Kalkbrenner higher than 19.5 points, Hunter Dickinson higher than 17.5 points, 3x multiplier. Again, if you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG, at UnderdogFantasy.com. And we are changing it up a little bit. Instead of doing 3-leg slips, I'm just kind of shotgunning them with a bunch of 2-leg slips here. Let's knock a couple of these things out, make it a profitable day, and get back with momentum on our favor. Good luck to you on all your slips, and let's make some money.